Good morning and welcome to Panther Pod, the podcast where we interview your most requested guests and have them up here for your viewing entertainment. I am your host, Max Ortiz, and co-hosting with me is...
Mauricio Aguilar. And today we have Jaylon Morgan, the receiver for the Jordan High School football team. We're glad to have you here, man. How you been?
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
So I heard you're this week's player of the week. How do you feel being the player of the week?
It's pretty exciting. I walk around the campus, and a lot of people look at me in different ways and different perspectives.
Sarge, you got 3 touchdowns in your game against Kennedy. How did it feel getting those touchdowns, and how did you perform them?
It felt pretty good. I was telling the coach to throw me the ball because nobody could defend me. So I had 2 receiving yards, and in the fourth quarter, the coach put me at quarterback, and I just had a rushing touchdown after that.
Would you say it was easy getting those touchdowns?
Yeah, because I'm pretty used to just running the ball and catching it, so it was easy.
Was there any moment you thought like, oh, I'm in trouble, or was there like any point where you were like nervous?
No, I had confidence in the team. We was all doing our job, but we had a few mistakes and we fixed them after halftime.
Okay, that's
So you
good.
seem to be a fairly confident player. Do you have any teams you're scared of going up against, like Poly?
No,
You can just smack any team?
We played Poly in passing league, and they wasn't looking that much better than us.
So you have confidence in Jordan this year?
Yeah.
So Pauly's overrated then?
Yes, they always were overrated.
Okay.
Why would you say they're overrated?
Just the name Poly. You know how many great athletes went there? Well, they overrated because every recruit goes to Poly first in Long Beach, and they just overlook every other school in Long Beach. So,
Would you say they've been falling off recently?
yeah, because some of their starting players is getting injured off of like bad. What's that word?
Planning?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us, how long have you been playing? Like, when did you start off with?
I want to say 3rd grade.
3rd grade?
Instead of playing 3rd grade, did you play like in an outside team, like at a local park?
No, I was first playing at Jordan Park right here, and then I used to play at this park where my granny lived. And then this football coach pulled up to the park and asked us if we wanted to play football. So that's where it all started.
Did you like right away have a passion for it, or did it take time for you to like actually like it?
At first, they just had me at quarterback, and I didn't like just throwing the ball and stuff. So then I tried out receiver, and that's where I like found my love.
Yourself?
Yeah.
So you said you played right here at Jordan Park, right?
Yeah, I played flag.
So does that mean you always kind of had your eyes set on Jordan High School, or was there another high school you wanted to go
Nah,
to?
I got accepted to different schools. I just came here because it was local.
Oh, so you came here because of location-wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what about So besides Poly, is there any team that you think would put up a good fight against you guys, or do you guys think you're just gonna steamroll this season?
Most likely it would be Wilson.
Wilson?
Yeah, they have a great, he's not great, but he's a good quarterback and athlete.
So what about him makes you think that he can put up a good fight?
He can throw the ball.
He can throw the ball real well?
Pretty good.
All right. So what about football got you interested in the sport when you first started playing it? Or was it something that your parents wanted you to play?
Actually, I was in the front yard with my sister, dad, and we was playing catch. And I first caught the ball, and then that's when I said I'm going to just start playing football.
So catching the ball just felt real good? It felt natural?
You get a
Yeah.
rush from it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So you've been saying you've been playing football since the 3rd grade?
Mm-hmm.
When would you say you started to actually feel like you were good at the sport? Like you can start competing in bigger teams?
Honestly, it was 9th grade summer. Because freshman year, I didn't get a lot of play time.
Okay, and after that, you were able to show more of like what you can do and stuff?
Yeah.
So
Were
did
there-
you always play in this team? Like since freshman year, were you playing in a team outside of school?
No, I was just playing here.
Did you have an easy time getting into the team? Just accept anyone nowadays, or do you think
Nah,
it's getting harder?
Coach Kane liked me. Like, as a sophomore, he moved me straight up to varsity. So, ever since then, I just been playing varsity.
So you've been playing varsity since sophomore year?
Yeah.
Did you feel weird playing with a bunch of seniors in sophomore year?
It was scary at first, but then I got used to it.
Did you find it hard to make friends with people on the team since they were all
Nah,
seniors? Or
everybody was open.
they were all cool about it?
Yeah.
So what would you say was the best thing from transferring from the sophomore team over to varsity? What were the differences?
Everything was faster. Like the speed in the games was faster than freshman team.
Would you say it was funner, more exhilarating?
Yeah.
So what about varsity? So you've been in varsity since sophomore year.
Mhm.
How have you seen the teams change as the seniors leave and new ones come in?
Coach Tim, he be disciplining us. So now all the hard work is paying off.
Is there any like does he tell you like the main goal of like every game, like what to shoot for?
Actually, the game weeks, we have a conversation like with the whole team. We watch film on other teams and figure out what we're gonna do to stop them. Just like Rancho Dominguez, we had like a whole different defense for them. And Kennedy, we had a different defense for them too. So the game plan just changes every game.
Okay, yeah. So you were more you thought it out more then.
Yeah.
So you're well aware of Jordan's track record in sports, right?
Yeah.
You know we have a pretty bad rep.
Yeah.
So would you say after seeing all the new people come into varsity, would you say this is the best batch of football players we've had yet?
Yeah. Because like a couple of years ago, everybody was just doing their own thing.
What college would you like to like go play football for?
Probably Arizona State or San Diego State, because those are the main schools talking to me right now.
Yeah.
And Sac State.
So you're already college is already reaching out trying to get you in their teams?
Yeah.
How does it feel having colleges reaching out thinking that you're a really talented guy?
It feel pretty good, but I think there's more to come, so I'm just being patient.
Do you think it's like an ego boost after getting reached out by colleges? You're like, these high school teams ain't nothing?
Not really, cause it's people better than me, and there's things I gotta do to get better and keep working. So I wouldn't say it's a big ego boost, but it just deterred me more.
So after high school and you're going into college, you're thinking of playing football in college, right?
Yeah.
So after college, are you thinking of joining the NFL or a big league football, or is that not in your sights? Is it just a casual sport?
I wanna play for the NFL.
Speaking of that, what team would you like to play for?
Any team that pick me, honestly.
Any team?
Yeah.
Sounds good. What about if it was like the Patriots?
Patriots. I feel like they already got enough weapons, so I wouldn't be used that well over there. But
so
yeah.
You're saying that you'd rather join a team that isn't so big because you find it intimidating. You have to compete with all the other football players in the team. You'd feel like you weren't meant to be there, right? Like an outsider.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what team, if you had to choose that you had in mind, would you want to join the most?
Probably the Seahawks or the Chiefs.
And what about that team is intriguing? It makes you want to play for them.
The passing game, they quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs and Russell Wilson for the Seahawks.
Russell Wilson. Everyone talks about that fool.
Well, say it into the mic. What do you have to say about Russell Wilson?
Well, honestly, I don't know much about football, but a lot of people just say that he's really good. Like, that's all I can say, because I don't have much experience with
Since
it.
we're not experienced football people, can you tell us what about Russell Wilson is such a good player? It's an interview on him when we're asking about a football player.
Like in tough situations, he keep his team up. Like when their heads is down, he's just the positive energy that they need. Like in the Super Bowl against the Broncos, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. At first, their heads was down, and then after halftime, they came out and was executing, and they won the Super Bowl.
So would you say Russell Wilson's like your idol right now?
Yeah,
and look up to him?
And that's why we're number 3.
Okay. So, like, to wrap this up, what would you say to, like, the younger people who want to pursue
What would you say to our Jordan football team so we can actually do something this year?
We need to listen. Like, no more playing games because the more league is coming. The last preseason game is on Friday, and after that, that's when the real season hit. And some things I would say to, like, somebody else, like you just said, I would tell them to use their time wisely and not take advantage of it.
So what you want to say is if you're going to join the team, make sure you want to play.
I'm not just saying about
Don't
that.
just be casual about it, right?
I'm talking about academically too. Like it could be
Keep
anything.
your grades up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So learn to balance everything out then.
Yeah.
And this was Panther Pod. I'd like to thank our special guest, Jaylon Morgan. And
I
we
guess.
thank you. We wished you the best of luck in the season.
Thanks.
Hopefully you could be the player that brings up our track record a little more.
Thanks.
Makes us a more appealing school to people who like
Yeah.
football.